Claire.
And you too.
Thank you. Welcome, everybody. You guys are all hopping on. It's good to see you. Claire, do you have all of your holiday decorations up?
Slowly. So I can't show you, but in my office, like all my family have their own desk. So, and Alice's corner is like a sort of a glittering Aladdin sort of cave at the moment. She's got a little Christmas tree on her desk, and we're really into advent calendars. So we've got advent calendars all around the office as well. So that's sort of an afternoon thing, is that when my girls get home from college, they do the advent calendar. So we've got all of that in the office as well. So
yeah.
And we've got the elf on a shelf as well, which has now, he's in his second position today.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Is he getting in? Is it a mischievous elf on the shelf like normal? Or?
Well, you know my husband, Paul. So yes, of course it is. Because he's the one that's moving it.
Okay. He's doing all that stuff.
Yes.
That's awesome. So we FaceTimed with our grandkids last night, and they have a star that moves around, like it moves from place to place, and they get up in the morning and they have to find the star. And then they have like the wise men, these little like figurines that go to wherever the star is. And then like on Christmas morning, then the star is over the stable. And but they find the star, they move the wise men, and then they get a piece of chocolate. And that's a huge thing for them, because basically like dessert is like 3 jelly beans after dinner. Like they get dessert. So to get a piece of chocolate, but we sent them, I sent them advent calendars that were Lego advent calendars, thinking, that'll be a fun little thing that's not like sweets that they could do. And basically I think Ryan has taken over Arlo's Star Wars advent calendar for Legos. And so they called yesterday when they opened them up to show us that little thing. So yeah, we're doing advent calendars also here. So I was like, I want an advent calendar that you like open up a door and it's like, I'm gonna, you know what I mean, a free massage, or you open up another one and it's like, hey, go, I'll do the. And it's not that Randy does all of that stuff without it being in an advent calendar, but I just thought, like, how fun would that be to give really like a mom's advent calendar that's
pamper sort of advent calendar would be really good.
Like, hey, I'm going to clean my room. Today, the advent calendar is I'm going to clean up my room. So the other big thing that's happened since I saw everybody on Tuesday is that we are now empty nesters. So our youngest moved out yesterday. We were in St. Louis getting my eye thing fixed, and came home, and it's like, he literally moved everything. Like we were gone, and it's just he's gone. He's out of here. So anyway, so hello, gals. Okay, we have lots to share, so I probably shouldn't have spent the first 4 minutes just chatting. But anyway, or a free oil change or tire rotation, like. That's an awesome idea, Rebecca. I think we're on to something. Free groceries and gas, like, right? We need a advent calendar for girls like that. Yeah. So, okay. So we have lots to share and lots of videos. But before we go into the 12 gifts that we just launched yesterday, I just want to talk about Santa sacks, because that we turned on Monday, and I don't think everybody always remembers that. So as you're shopping, don't forget, Talia, you can show them the thanks. So we have 2 different Santa sacks. They're $15 with a $25 purchase, and it's a $75 to $100 value. And the blue ones always will have a foundation. Some also contain dots, but some of the foundations are things that maybe don't hold a dot. So anyway, that's a value there. And then the dot Santa sacks, actually, like Angie said, some of them are like 4 statements and 2 originals and a square. So it's a tremendous value. So I would say, don't forget to get your Santa sack. So way to go. Okay, Talia, can you show the let's show our first item. And I'll let Claire kind
of. So we had popularity on our bead bars for the Interlinks line. So we wanted to give you a bit of extra sparkle. So these are the disc crystal connectors. So they are faceted glass beads, but they're flat top and bottom. So they sit really nicely on the wrist. And this is the blue version. And it's got sort of, it's like a slight half coat finish to it. So it's sort of got an iridescence to it, but this lovely soft blue as well. But it's transparent, so you can sort of see that, sort of see through them as well. But you can see as it turns on the video, there's lots of sort of blue tones so going through. So as the light hits it, it sort of changes color as well. But you can see all those lovely fine facets along the edge. So it's really pretty, this, and sort of as it catches the light, you've got lots of sparkle and glisten. So a really nice piece. So it hooks into the Interlink starter bracelet. So you sort of hook that in with the triggerless clasps either side. Yeah.
So thank you, everybody that's helping us get the word out that we are live and sharing this. We actually have, you're going to want to stick around till the very end, because we actually have a new exclusive that we're also sharing today. So we're going to give you a review of the 12 gifts, but then we've got a brand new exclusive to launch as well. So, okay, let's take a look at our look for this. And
okay. So I thought, sort of looking through all of our pieces, I just felt that this sat really beautifully together. So it's our Style Stack bracelet in the blue. And as you see in the faceted beads that are in this bracelet, they perfectly match with the crystal discs that are in this disc crystal connector. So you've got sort of a real sort of coordination going on there. And I just love the tonality of this, because you've got all the tones of blue going on here, and the texture. And I think for me, it's sort of that texture, because you've got solid opaque semi-precious beads there. You've got the faceted glass, and then you've got our textured silver beads in there. And then, of course, the recessed setting. And then you've got the navy Olivia snapped into that. And they've got AB crystals in that dot as well. So it sort of picks up all of those elements and that sort of AB finish. But yeah, I think sort of the texture and tonality of that is really lovely.
Yep. So that's a good look, Claire. Yeah. Okay, let's take a look at our next one, our next little video silo that we've got.
So this is another connector for the Interlinks bracelet. So this is Believe. And we have two crystals at either end of the word. Now, when we create sort of a solid bar like this that fits into the bracelet, it has a slight curve to it. And the reason being is that so it fits really nicely on the wrist, because if it was straight, it would rock and not actually sit comfortably on your hand. So it's a sort of a gentle curve, so it just sort of rests on the top. And again, with the Interlinks bracelet, so versatile, because you attach sort of either side with the triggerless clasp, and you can add and take out elements. So sort of one size fits all, really, you know, because you can remove elements to make it fit your wrist perfectly.
Yeah, it's so comfortable on, and I love the crystals in that are on either side of that. They really are so sparkly and shimmery. So, and I think so glad, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I just think the scale is right as well, because we tend to use sort of smaller crystals in our dots, but sort of we've brought in a few things now that have those bigger crystals in it, and I think it gives real impact and sort of frames that word as well in the connector.
Yep. So, and it's almost pretty comparable in size to our Bling Bar, which is one of our most popular new items in the fall catalog this time around. Like, you guys went crazy over the Bling Bar. So I'm glad that we're showing the two of them, you know what I mean, kind of stacked up there together.
So I think the layering idea is really nice with this one. And I've gone sort of monochrome here. So you've also got the Gemma satin cord bracelet, and then snapped in our little angel in there as well. But gone sort of a more neutral tone, so that you actually can wear it with anything. You know, but again, it's using sort of, I like the satin cord with the silver look. Because I think that actually looks really sophisticated together. So I think, again, a great combination.
Yeah. Okay. So let's take a look at our next video silo of a new item. So I am excited about this because I think it's one of those pieces. It's a style that we've been asked for. And I love that we added a little bit of bling in there, but we've got it in 2 different sizes. So I think it could fit a whole range of folks, but this is the leather
it's called
leather loop, I think, bracelet.
That's right.
So
this sort of, we took some time to actually develop this and sample it so that it worked correctly. And so that sort of it had that really clean finish. So it sort of came, we sampled a few times to make sure that the scale was right as well, and the leather thickness was good. And what's nice about it, you see the metal block that's next to the recess setting, that actually moves along the leather. So you actually release that off, because Gina's going to show you can release that side off so that you can unhook the leather. So hook it on, and then you hook
make me big, Talia. Talia, can you please make me big? Maybe, sort of. Okay.
So so you hook the leather back over the recess setting, and then you can push the block back over so it tightens it up to keep that all together. But if you show a side view of the recess setting, Gina, you can see that it's got sort of a groove all around the edge, and that's where the leather sits into that groove. So it sort of sits nicely and neatly around the recess setting, so it's not going to slide off because it's got a place to sit. So all those details, we worked very hard to make sure that that worked correctly. So again, I think a good piece. I think it sort of is a really nice a standalone piece as well, with the bling going on there. And again, 2 sizes. So I think we've got 7 inches and 8.5 inches. I think that's the sizes that we did.
Yeah,
it's 36.95. So, and here's the look. So sort of we've got a rock chick vibe going on here. So we've got our leather link bracelet here with the ring and toggle fastening. And then I sort of paired that with sort of 2 purple dots. So you've got your Isabella and your Juliana dot snapped into that. So I think that's a really nice combination. I think purple and black actually work really well together. But I sort of thought that would look really great layered up, and sort of whatever outfit you're wearing. I tend to like that sort of the all black look as well. So works really well.
Yep. Talia, do you have the next video ready to go, or that you can show, or can we maybe? Yeah, there we go. So we lost Talia there for a minute. Claire, you probably couldn't see that.
No,
it was just the 2 of us. And I'm like, okay, okay, come back to us, Talia, because she's the one that's producing and has all of the content ready to share. So anyway, okay, people are going crazy over.
So this is our Tila bracelet. So we already do a black version of this in our catalogue, but I knew that we could get Tila beads in just so many colors you wouldn't believe. So I had such fun working on this and putting the color combination together. So we know that blue is our best-selling color, and everybody loves it. So we wanted to sort of release the next Tila bracelet in a blue coloring. So we went for this version. So you've got that sort of really bright blue in the larger blocks. You've got a turquoise and then a teal. So that sort of combination, I think, looks really great together. Yeah. And the beautiful thing about Tila beads is they're made out of glass. So they're really, really special. And they're high precision beads, actually, you know, high quality and consistency. So you get this really lovely clean line and look. It has 2 holes running through the bead. So that's how they're strung. Sort of with this as a stretch bracelet, so it's strung on elastic, but you get that really evenness, and they're really consistent so that you get that look. Again, we do this in 2 sizes, so this comes in 7 inch and 8.5 inch, and then our recess setting in the center. So layered this up again, and actually introducing another of our new releases, which is the blue AB Whirlpool original dot. So I love this dot. We love this design anyway because it's so versatile. We already do it in sort of the red version, but we thought this sort of the teal blue version just looked great. So you've got sort of a teal zircon, sapphire and sapphire AB there. And then those colours work perfectly well with the Tila bracelet. And then I've paired that again with the interlinked starter bracelet, but added a bit of zhuzh going on there. So we've got sort of some accents hanging off there. So the teal zircon and the sapphire, and then our beaded tassel and also sort of the satin thread tassel as well. So you've got this lovely combination of blues and teals going on. So I think when you're sort of layering up, don't be scared of sort of mixing those colours up. You know, teal and blue are in the same colour family. But, you know, I think that sort of combination and adding elements in, because it picks it all up and then sort of pulls it all together as a really good look.
Yeah, it's a gorgeous look. And I love the Tila layered up with that the giving circle beaded things. So it really is a great combination.
Yeah.
Okay, let's take a look at our next. And again, the Tila bracelet's available in 2 sizes. Okay.
Okay, so we wanted to give you a necklace as well to match the Tila bracelet. So this is our Tila short necklace. So you've got 2 sections of Tila beads either side, and then we've linked that up with sort of a section of chain and then a recess setting pendant hanging below, and then the sort of you've got these 2 sections of Tila, and then it's finished off at the back with chain as well. They're really nice length, 17-inch with 3-inch extender. So those panels of Tila beads just sort of sit right on the collarbone here. So it looks really nice. And again, sort of, I like it because it's sort of really simple, but you've got that really sort of shot of color going sort of up the neckline. So a lovely look.
Absolutely. Okay, and here you've layered, lots of layers. But this is honestly what we're seeing trending right now is just really honest, wearing a ton of layers and even multiple layers at the same length. So it's not like we're doing a short, a mid, and a longer one. Sometimes it's like they're layering up 3 shorts.
Yes, yeah,
so
absolutely. And with the layering of chains, anything goes. You could just put any combination together. I've just used sort of 2 of our paper link chains here, the longer version and the short, and then our bar link necklace, and then the Tila hanging there. And then I've again another new dot that we've released for our 12 gifts, which is the blue elegance original dot. Really simple design, but striking because it's got bigger crystals and those pops of color. So you've got the teal zircon and the sapphire and then a crystal in the center. But because they're larger crystals, you've got this sort of real impact with that dot. And look at the colors, they just match perfectly with that Tila necklace as well. And what I like about the layering is you've got this sort of strong color with the Tila necklace, but then you're sort of layering it back with the silver coloring. So it's sort of, it gives it sort of a background to sit against, really. So I really like this look.
Yeah, it's absolutely adorable. And we had so much fun because Claire and I both like this colorway. So it's not just that it's, you know, the most popular one and the strongest sellers, but we also have a tendency to lean towards these colors a little bit. So this was a fun month. Like these were fun exclusives to plan. So yeah, it's a gorgeous look. And we've had requests for a necklace to match the Tila bracelet that's in the catalog. And so and we've heard you. We're working on that at some point here in the future. But yeah, it's so funny because I feel like we came out with this and I've heard it from several people like, we want it in black. So, yeah. Okay, let's take a look at our next item.
So I was sort of thinking, you know, with charms and sort of because we have our interlinks line and we have lots of charms, I was thinking, okay, well, we need to sort of, I'd like to introduce something that was a little bit different. And I always remember my mum has an amazing 18 karat gold charm bracelet that she collected charms. My dad used to buy her charms sort of throughout the years. And she had a locket charm hanging off there. And that's sort of where the inspiration came from this. But it's just such a cute size. Sort of really detailed engraving on the front with a little crystal sort of in the center, and then tiny hinge on the side, so it sort of opens up, and it's got space for 2 very, very small photographs on the inside, and then on the back there's just a heart and our SD logo engraved on the back.
So can you make me big, Talia? So let me show you the back. So there's a little heart with the SD logo, and then I should use my, there's the inside. And the trick that I told them yesterday, that I told our boutique partners, was there's a hole punch, a 0.375 inch hole punch. It's like $3 at Hobby Lobby, but it's the right size for the photo that you would need inside. So I think that that would be like, you could totally, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, trace it and do all of that. But for me, like that was a great find, to that there was a hole punch that was ready to go for that. So, yeah. Okay, let's say what you've done with this look.
So again, I've gone really simple with this because I think, you know, I think that it warrants it, because I think the locket's interesting on its own. So I've just added our silver glitter charm, a silver tassel on our twisted triggerless clasp, and then on our bar link bracelet. So just a really clean, elegant look here with a little bit of zhuzh on the side. So you've got that sort of hanging down, a bit of movement going on. The locket's $24.95. But yeah, just sort of a simple look. I think it's sort of very Tiffany-esque, really,
Yeah.
this styling, which again is ever popular. So a really nice look.
Yeah, I love that you show this with the twisted triggerless clasp, because I feel like the lines on that really do kind of mimic the lines that are on the front of that charm. Yeah. So I think that's a gorgeous combination. Okay, let's see what our next item is, or is that our last? I think we go now to some, got some dots.
So this is our blue AB Splendor. So we've had the Splendors before, but I just think with this Sapphire AB, it is stunning, absolutely stunning. I think it brings out all the elements and the beaded decoration going around this. And like I've said before, and sort of, I don't put beading on just because it's I do put it on because it's decorative, but there is other reasons, because you've got all that beading and texture. When the light hits that dot, it has lots of areas to reflect off the light, and then that bounces to the crystals. So it actually makes the crystals more glittery, and sort of has that more shine and elegance to it. So there's a reason behind it as well. But I think it's sort of just superb, really elegant. Yeah, and I just love that Sapphire AB finish because it just picks up any color. You can see there's sort of aqua tones as well as sort of purples as the light hits it.
Yeah.
So just very simple. Our classic link statement necklace just shows this off. I always think sort of the classic link necklace is sort of the frame to a dot, really.
Yeah.
And then I've just paired this with our dotlet hoop earrings and the bling blue dotlets. Although they're not sort of the AB finish, but they're sapphires. So it's a nice coordination, and your same sort of pattern, sort of that daisy with the sort of bigger crystals. So a really cute look with those earrings.
Yeah. Maria Rice, we love the Splendor too. I hear you, gal. So, okay. So let's take a look at our next dot. It's the Little Sisters.
Little Sisters. So the original version of the blue AB Splendor. And I've just laid this with our classic hoop earrings, added a silver tassel behind, and then a sapphire accent hanging on the hoops to give you that extra bit of movement. And I love this sort of layering idea, so that sort of the tassels sit behind the recessed setting. And then having that extra little pop of color sort of with our accents hanging in front of it. And, you know, you get lots of movement going on with these. And again, we've always said, you know, if you sort of want that longer line, you know, the chain works really well. The chain tassels work really well to give you that longer look.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a gorgeous,
yeah.
The sapphire ABs, that was I don't know why we haven't been using them for the whole 7 years that Style Dots has been around. We just didn't maybe realize that they were there, but I feel like this is like us finding them and falling in love with them has been a little bit more recent in the lifetime of Style Dots. So somebody said it looks like a mermaid light. And it is. They're gorgeous. Okay, let's see our next dot that we are bringing you, and some of them we've given you little sneak peeks of ahead of time, but this tour is unbelievable.
So we know that this design is hugely popular. We have the monochrome version in the catalogue, and we also released the pink version in October, I think. But we knew that sort of the blue was very popular, and sort of we'd had this for a while. And I think Gina and I both felt this was sort of, okay, this is 12 Gifts of Christmas. This has got to be.
Yeah.
So again, you've got that ombre effect of crystals. So you've got light sapphire, the sapphire AB, sapphire, and then Montana, which is the darker navy color on the outside edge. And then the dichroic is our sea dichroic that's there at the bottom. But how I love it that you've just got this sort of, it's framed by the silver beads as well, because you've got that separation from crystal and dichroic. And then you've got this sort of blue, the blue putty behind the crystals. So we've mentioned this before, but our supplier that makes these is just amazing. And it takes 40 minutes to make one of these dots. They have 40 minutes to get all of those crystals pushed into the putty. Otherwise the putty goes hard and they can't push the crystals in anymore. So I just, you know, it's amazing. We've watched them do it and it's just incredible. They're so fast at doing it.
Yeah. Well, and this one is crazy because there's different sized crystals in it. So there's, you know what I mean? There's a bigger size Swarovski and then there's some smaller ones. And so it just gives you such incredible coverage. And it really is a gorgeous, gorgeous piece.
Yeah.
So we have a lot of people drooling over this one.
I just wanted layer crystal upon crystal. So our bling statement necklace here, I just think, you know, because it's clear crystal, again, you know, I talk about sort of framing our dots, and I think this does this as well. And because it's sort of full on crystal arcatures, I just think this is beautiful, works really well, and sort of gives your eye a bit of a rest, sort of with all of that blaze of color in the center. But yeah, a good combination. I just think it's the perfect piece.
Yeah. It's absolutely gorgeous. Okay, let's see, because I think we've got the little sister. I think we've got we have a video, but we've got some looks featuring the little sister. And I love that you're showing it with the sea dichroic.
Yes. So I did this on purpose. Yeah. I made sure sort of I wanted to give you that link. So perfectly sits together. You've got our bling bangle and then our bolero bracelet with the sea dichroic snapped into there. And again, I think sort of the combination and linking, you know, the dots, the couture just sits perfectly because the dichroic is the same. But because when you've got this strong, bold colour, to have the silver metal there as well, I just think sort of that combination is really sophisticated and chic. And I like the simple lines of this as well. It's not sort of too much on the wrist if you want that slightly sort of a simpler look, but still impact there because of the color that's going on.
Yeah, it's a gorgeous dot. Okay, let's see. I think was that our last one, Talia? We just have kind of the overview. So here is kind of a group shot of the 12 gifts of Christmas. But Claire, you could take us big, Talia. But Claire, I'm like, but wait, there's more. So we didn't originally include this item in the 12 gifts because we weren't sure if we were going to get it in time. But it came in. The funny thing is it came actually to my house, so I'm going to have to forward it along to the warehouse. But we have just turned on the Tila necklace in a long version. So it has, again, the sections of silver chain, and then it's got 2 sections of the Tila bracelet, or of the Tila beads. So brand new, like we just got it in. We didn't even create collateral for it. I don't think. Yeah, because we weren't really sure that it was going to be coming in on time. So so we're excited to be able to do that. The price on the long Tila necklace is $64.95, and you can find everything that we've shown you here is in the exclusives tab on your boutique partners website or at styledots.com. So you can go to shop and then exclusives. But again, just to give you an idea of kind of the difference in lengths. So here's the long one. And then if you were going to, wait, I'm going to have to, I had this open because I was trying it on earlier and I didn't close it back up. But let me show you kind of to compare the 2 lengths.
I think they look great layered up together.
Yeah. So you've got the short one and then you've got the long one. So.
And what I like is sort of that the Tila elements are staggered, so they're not sort of all in line, so that you've got these sort of layers of pops of that sort of blue blocks. So it's sort of, I think, the combination looks great together.
Yeah. So I can put on the long one so you guys can see what it looks like. So you can see kind of the length of that one. And it's $64.95 for the long Tila necklace. And then I will also put on the
short one's $59.95.
So let me show you that. But and then Claire, while I'm doing this, do you want to talk about what you have on? Because you're looking all fancy.
Okay. So I have got on. So I decided that sort of I'd create sort of a look of my own. So I've used the Interlinks bracelet. Then we have bling connectors in gold and rose gold. And then the trying to think. And then at the back, I've used our bar link bracelet.
Okay.
So you've got sort of the interlinks combination at the front and then the bar link at the back to make the necklace. Just a wheat chain off one of our items. And then the gold paper link chain hanging off, sort of layered up.
Yeah.
So I was just sort of playing sort of with sections, and you can just sort of link them all together. But I've added a bit of sort of mixed metal on here. So and what's the beauty about these links is that even though they've got sort of bling sections on them, even if they flip, it doesn't matter because they still look nice because, you know, it sort of works with the whole look.
Yeah. I was going to measure the long, unless you may know off the top of your head, Claire, the length. I think it's 28 with a 3-inch.
Yeah, that's what I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
28 with a 3-inch extender. So, so I'm wearing it at its shortest because I don't know if anybody knows this, but I'm a little vertically challenged. So there's the short and then the long.
That looks really good.
So
really nice. Yeah.
Very fancy. So, and I love your look, Claire. That is so fun. It almost looked rose gold from with the lighting and on the camera angle. Yeah. And I was like, well, how do you have a rose gold? We don't have a rose gold paper clip.
No.
So what was that? But yeah. No, I love it. It looks great. Okay, I think that we've answered all of everybody's questions. Again, the long Tila necklace is now live. Everything that we've shown you here today is an exclusive. So it's available while supplies last. So just, I would say, order sooner rather than later. And then the warehouse they are busy little bees and working on getting all of the orders out. But, you know, I would say the sooner that you order, the more time it gives us to not only get your order pulled and get it out, but then also for the postal service and all of that to do that. So anyway, Love Rose Gold needs some more. Right on. Okay. so I'm going to say, well, here's the thing, you guys, when we come out with like new finishes with gold, rose gold, kind of all the different things, the hard thing is that we go by like what's selling, right? We want the catalog especially to be all of our best sellers. And so if something's really not moving and it's not, doesn't seem to be super popular, then it's hard for it to, you know, take up space in the catalog. So I would just say, if there's certain things that you're wanting when we come out with them, be sure to let us know that you love them by purchasing, because then, you know, when we're tracking things, we can see that there's an uptick in the popularity of something. So yeah. Okay. Well, I will, Claire, I think this is my favorite 12 gifts that we've ever done. For me.
I think so. I think, yeah. I think there's a nice variety there.
Yeah.
But of course it's our colorway as well, Gina.
Yes, that's true. That is true. So Tracy, we will let, or Amber, we will let the warehouse gals know that they're killing it right now. They're doing a great job. So yeah, we are so thankful. I literally was looking at plane tickets because I was like, do I go back and just help pull orders? But sometimes, in all honesty, they would rather just have me stay away. Like, it's more hassle. You know what I mean? If you've got a system down and then you introduce somebody new to that system, it can sometimes be hard. But so if there's anything, that's a great point, Twan. If there's anything that you would love to see us come out with, then please don't hesitate to email design@style.home.com. Claire oversees that email, and that's what she kind of taps into and monitors as we're looking and designing future products. So, yep, that would.
It's very interesting, actually, when I do go through, and I was looking through recently, and how much of the things that we've had requested that actually we've already released. And I thought, oh yeah, well, we've already done that, we've done that. And it was a whole list of things that we had actually already tapped into.
And Claire does a much better job at keeping like a poker face. I'm the worst at it. Like, people will be like, oh, it would be so great if we could have that. And I'm like, because I know, like, we've already got it sampled. We've already got it scheduled to come out at some point or whatever. So I have a harder time. I need to work on my poker face so that when you guys ask for something that's already in the works, I don't start giggling like a schoolgirl. So.
Or you go running off and get the sample and show it. But I'm like, no.
Sometimes I do that too. Yeah. So, yeah, show and tell is like my favorite part of my job. So anyway, well, thank you all for spending your what's I going to say? For spending your lunch hour with us. And I will see you back here next Tuesday. So take care, everybody. Have an awesome weekend. And we'll see you guys next week. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.